What's good? Man, I can call this shit like Snake Eyes Wilson. Welcome to One Crack News here. Let's get into it. Lisa Bonet. Mm-mm-mm. Lisa Bonet. Lisa Bonet. She's available now. If you want some wacky pussy, there it is. Get some wacky pussy. Her and Jason Momoa then broke up, and I knew it. I said, once this guy start having some success, that is the end of that relationship. He's gonna be gone all the time. Now that he is Aquaman, Aquaman, he gonna need to tread some waters. He probably got a lot of fish out there. So, it's more the age difference and the desire to be in different situations. They've been together for like 16 years. And they've been married for the last 5. See, the problem is this, and this is the main issue that other people have about these situations. It's always, the man can walk away from the woman, but it's okay for the man to have a young girl. But it ain't okay for the older woman to have a young man. Like, he's 42, she's 54, I think. So they ain't that far off. It's just that he's a 42 coming into fame, 42. So his demand isn't going to be high for women that's more active and more out there. She's more withdrawn, more like out of the big moments of everything. She's more like into this, I want to say holistic views and everything else. But that's what made their relationship flourish. They were more like, they lived like Samoans, more about the land. But there has been problems, massive problems. Not that anyone should ever care, but I saw this coming, and it's hard. It hurt people because I wanted to see them make it, but I knew they wouldn't. Once he became famous, once he became Aquaman, I said it's gonna be a blow because it's more people gonna be asking for him to do things, and they're gonna be a part. And sure enough, they put out a joint statement, saying we are all feeling the pressures and changes of transitional times. A revolution is unfolding. Our family is no exception. Felt and grown from the seismic changes that have taken place. So we share our family news. We are going our separate ways. Ever since I saw her on TV when I was 8, I was like, Mom, I want that. That's what he said when he wanted her. He watched her when he was an 8-year-old watching The Cosby Show. And he said he was going to follow her for the rest of his life and he's going to get you. And he got her. She said she fell in love and they just start running off and doing things. Now, back in 2007, they had their first child, Lola. Then they had their son, Nicole Wolf. And everybody thought this is it. This is his life and everything else. But I'm like, now he's getting famous. He's not just a character that's on a show. He's the lead star in a DC film, which was the biggest DC film ever, Aquaman. Now, Lenny Kravitz is her first husband, and Jason Momoa. They all kind of close because they all are weirdos. And but people in the common world would just say, okay, they weird. They look at the world a lot differently. So they're both similar. Zoe Kravitz, who's their father and everything. And of course, Lenny, his mom was the lady that was on the Jeffersons, who was married to Tom Willis on the show. And in real life, she was married to a Jewish lawyer. Her husband was her manager and was a Jewish lawyer and basically ripped her off. And that was that. After he basically screwed up her career. So, can't make this up. Anyway, they go on with this. The love between us continues. It developed in ways we all known and we lived. We are free for each other. We became who we are, learning to be. Our unwavering devotion to this holy life and to our children, teaching our children what is possible, living prayer and love may prevail and all that BS and all this thing it says is this dude want to go get some other pussy from someplace else and this relationship thing ain't working out. Aquaman need to tread some waters. Now everybody know Aquaman's single again, so Aquaman finna get it in. That's all, man. In reality, she 54. She ain't gonna be spry and ready to do all these things no more. His life is changing. And it's going to be pulling him in different countries, different directions, different friends, and hanging out. See, it wasn't like before. And people can't handle the change. Now, they both agree this ain't working out. But we got 2 kids, so they always going to be tied together. But the relationship ain't working out. And I always knew that in the end, the older they got, the worse it was going to be. And now that he's super famous, it's really not going to work out. So that just shows you. Look at that compatible couple. They didn't make it. So let that sink in. My friend just he's finna get married. Let me congratulate him on ruining the rest of his life. But no, he wants to be married. See, if you want to be married and you want to go down that road and you've never been there and you want to share what everybody else has, some people want that. And that's nothing wrong with them for wanting it. Hey, you want this life, you want to have the family, the kid, the yard, the dog, and everything else. More power to you. Some people in this world don't want that. That's what people need to understand. Like, look, some people just don't want that. I don't want the White House picket fence and saying hi to a neighbor named Fred. I don't want to go to a dance recital. I don't want to have to go pick somebody up from doggone practice for a play. And I don't want to have to do any of that. If I can, for as long as maybe when I'm 65, I'll be like, you know what? I think it's time I need to have some kids. About the time they 8, I'll be like, look, I'm checking out. About the time you graduate from high school, I might not even be here no more. So here's your plan. Here's the money I saved for you. Go on and do it. I'll be out your way. I left you all this. Go on ahead and do your thing. I'm out. So that was the case back then. Now I don't even know where people's minds are, but that's what mine was. Well, you gotta understand something. People look at situations a lot differently than others. So you got to, oh wow, you got to always see how the field is playing before you start making your moves. And me, I always looked at the field, watch how things develop before I commit to something. So that's all. Well, but anyway, that's enough of me talking. I'm gonna get up out of here. Love, peace, and hair grease. I'm out. Thanks for watching One Crack News. Subscribe, and we're out. Knew they would break up.